God damn, I'm really fucking late on this one because this is one of those products that became super trendy in Korea, and I think I might have missed it, and yeah, I mean I can review this anytime I want, but I gotta keep up with the times, I gotta keep up with the kids. The Nudism water grip found cushion from Clio, viral basically in Korea. I don't remember why. Jungkook was just telling me like, oh, it looks super natural. I don't remember, but it says it's for thin, closely adhering moisturizing makeup, delivers the power of moisture. Great. If you buy it in Korea or if you buy it online, I'm not sure how it's gonna look if you buy it online. You get the cushion here, which is a beautiful case, and you get your little refill right here. Nudism, covering the bare skin for a flawless yet natural look. Nudism water grip revitalizes the skin with just one layer, as it thinly adheres to the skin with the power of moisture. Okay, so it's giving me the, remember what is it, Nikki Tutorials? And she was using the Nivea men's thing, and the reason it worked so well as a makeup primer was because it had that glycerin, I believe, and so it really held the makeup onto the skin. In my head, I'm imagining it's something sort of like that. It's a frosty matte. I think it's just plastic. Oh girl, that's what I wanted. What the fuck is that? I love Clio cushions, but I fucking hate their puffs. They're like really, like right here is really weak, so they have a tendency to break. But other than that, this is really, okay, here's the thing. I know the formula is really popular, however, the way the cushion looks is it's a little triggering. Like, it looks kind of gross. So if you're that person that has that, I forgot the name of it, if you have that phobia where you don't looking at holes, I would skip to this part right here. But this is what it looks like up close. Oh god, it looks so disgusting, to be honest. I mean, they're probably going for like a honeycomb sort of look, but it just looks like that. Oh my god, you know, a picture of like the photoshopped legs or knees or like breasts even, where they photoshopped the picture of like a lotus flower on it, so it looks like there's holes in their skin. Ugh, so nasty. It is SPF 50 PA triple plus. And there are 3 shades: 2 lingerie, 3 linen, and 4 ginger. This one is in the color 3 linen. Linen tends to be my shade. However, with Clio, their foundation shades, they have like lingerie, linen, and ginger in like all their foundations and concealers, but they tend to be different across each product, which is frustrating, to be honest. I can't smell anything so far. Oh, that's weird. So the texture really feels like, from the little amount that I had on my finger, it feels almost like a liquid that's, you know those foundation formulas that are like the kind of moussey whipped formulas? It feels like that, but much thinner. So maybe that's what, like, I don't know what the finish, I think that even though it's moisturizing, I think the finish is like a soft, just fucking spit. I think the finish is supposed to be like a soft matte finish, I believe? Or like a slight glowy finish, I don't remember, I don't know. Let's see that. The only thing I have on my skin is skincare right now. I just finished filming this sort of apply toner 7 times video, so I just have this toner on my face right now. You have to go in again into the cushion. I'm so used to using the Moonshot cushion lately that that cushion is meant to like evenly spread on the sponge, but on here, as you can see, it's kind of only stuck in this one area on the sponge. The coverage is it's medium-ish, I guess. I probably should have gone. I got this when I didn't really have much of a tan, but I have a tan now, so I'm gonna put a little bit on my neck. I probably would, for summer, I would probably get ginger. It might adjust throughout the day, but I'm not sure. Yeah, it's a little light for me. But the finish is really pretty. It's like a glowy kind of finish. Not glowy like dewy, like moist, super shiny or whatever. But it's just like a natural kind of finish. Here's one layer. One layer-ish. Here on my smaller, like I have pores right here, but they're much smaller. I do have a patch of pores here that are quite big. And it softened them, but didn't completely cover them. Let me try layering it just right there. They're still kind of there. Oh, this is too damn light for me. Usually linen isn't, I mean, sometimes linen can be light for me, but like it works, but this one is a little, on the ears. Maybe it's just the lighting, my lights here, but I will take a shot in the natural sunlight for you to see. I'm applying this and I'm waiting for that moment where I'm like, oh my god, this has to be why it's so viral. But it just feels like maybe just because I test so many cushions that I'm like not surprised as easily, I guess, anymore. But it just, I mean, I have other cushions that can give me better coverage than this and make me feel more like, wow, my skin is looking great. One way I can really test how good the coverage is around my nose. On my nose, especially after I got surgery done. The way my skin, like the skin on my nose is a little bit different now in that it's more slippery and foundation, it's hard for foundation to stick to it. So it's not necessarily a bad thing, it's just, in terms of foundation, it's a little bit more difficult to keep foundation on there. And so I'm trying to build the coverage up on the tip of my nose and around it in general. But I mean, it's just doing an okay job. It's still like a medium coverage. I wouldn't call this full. You can layer it. I feel like this is, here, let me try layering it a little bit. I can feel that with the formula of this, it's really easy to layer and it won't slip and slide as you're like adding more layers. Because you know, if you try to layer foundation sometimes, the first layer will kind of slip off even if it sets a little bit. It does start out at a medium, but you can build it up a little bit. So I don't mind. And you know, on a day-to-day basis, I don't need super good coverage, super full coverage. I do have foundations for that anyway. And you know, not everybody needs full coverage. So so far the coverage is just, it's okay. Like, this is generally how I would want my foundation to look anyway. Dark circles are still pretty much there. Let me try covering them. And this is another layer foundation here, but it didn't really do much. Alright, so there's a layer on both sides, 1.5 layers of about. The finish isn't really super dewy. Again, it's more of a natural satin finish, but it definitely feels moisturizing, because sometimes if a foundation isn't glossy or dewy, a lot of times they can almost look dry on the skin because of that sort of finish. So I'm hoping that this foundation will stay like this, remain moisturizing, but not drying or too like oily. Hopefully this is just a good cushion foundation. But initial thoughts so far, I'm like I haven't had that like super wow moment. Maybe it might be because the color's not a perfect match for me. Even at that point, I've had this same reaction to some other cushions anyway. But we'll see. So I put on a little bit of makeup, eyebrows, eyes, lips. And it looks better, a little bit better now that it's all set. Around my nose though, you see right here, it's looking a little weird. Personally, I don't really care too much about that because like when you're looking straight ahead, you don't really see it anyway. But the rest of the face looks fine. Concerned that it might, you can see they're in my lines already. It hasn't created lines, but it's kind of accentuating my forehead lines. The finish is pretty, it looks very natural, kind of like you just sprayed some mist on your face, but it's not like tacky. And when I touch my face, I don't really get foundation on my skin. So I'm just gonna pat it on now. But I don't know, like I'm looking at myself, I really don't know if it's because I got, like this isn't the right color for me right now, but I'm looking at it and the coverage is just like really just okay. It's like a medium to me right now, even though I did build it up because my skin, you can still see a few like freckles on top of on my cheeks, and a few dark spots. And there was a tiny little blemish I got here that obviously didn't cover. I didn't concentrate much product on there, but because that doesn't really matter much to me. But I'm looking at overall, and like I'm not looking at my skin and thinking, wow, my skin looks great. It just looks okay. Obviously much better than my skin before, prior to the foundation, but it's cute. I really feel like if your skin is much better than mine already, like you don't have much scarring, dark spots or whatever as me, I think it will look gorgeous because, you know, there are people that have much better skin than me anyway. People's perception of full medium coverage is different for every person, so For me though, as you saw how my skin concerns already, for me this is like a medium coverage. Slightly buildable, but it just improves the look of the skin, I guess. Right now it's it's 10 o'clock right now. So I'll check with you throughout the day. Oh lord, it's too light. I'm sorry. I apologize. But this is, oh god, this is what it looks like in natural daylight. So as you can see, it's a really pretty finish. Like if you don't have as many skin concerns as me, it's gonna look much better. And it's just that I guess most of it is just me being really excited about it because so many people said so many good things about it, but it's just alright. At least it doesn't look like makeup on the skin though, other than the fact that it's really light on me. It doesn't look like makeup on the skin. That's, at the end of the day, that's really important. It's not a foundation update, but I met up with a subscriber. Hi. Look. He's visiting from the Philippines. So, thank you for saying hi. Hi. I'm at the Toy Hunter office. Hanashi. So today I'm wearing this foundation. I'm sure you've seen this. Oh, wish I didn't fucking bring it. Kung ara? The Clio Nudism.
Clio?
The new.
Sorry.
Girl, are you kidding me? It hasn't even. It's only 10:52 and already. You see this? What the fuck is that? You know what? It's probably because I'm fucking old. It's because I'm old. I'm getting wrinkly, y'all. You know what though? As I was patting it out, I definitely noticed. I can feel the. Because I already forgot about it earlier, but I'm remembering now the claim about it sticking really well to the skin. As I'm patting it out, I don't have any product on my fingers, so it's definitely more on the transfer-proof side, which is good. Again, not part of the review, but my friend just showed me this really cute cafe called Mug for Rabbit. So really nice. I guess I'll leave a link down to the place below if you want to come. I haven't tried the coffee or anything, but it looks cute. You can take cute pictures. So yeah. So it is currently 2:09 in the afternoon, and I didn't even bring the right fucking cushion out with me, but honestly just using for the mirror. But so far it looks okay, I guess. But I can really tell that this is the foundation. You need to set the powder because you can see it's starting to crease here around my eyes, right there. And even because when I smile, my cheeks like wrinkle up here a lot. So you can see right there, really up close. Right here, there's almost like, you see that right there, the lines that you can see when I smile. It's bitch, I'm creasing on my cheek. When does that ever happen? Although it's lasting okay on the skin, like it's generally like same amount of coverage. I don't think I'm losing coverage, like it's not disappearing off of any part of my face. I do think now that I'm getting fucking older and I don't have any more Botox, I need to set it with powder. And also because it's summer now and I have oily skin. It's 5:14 in the afternoon and I don't really like it. I keep looking at my skin in the mirror and I'm just like, my skin doesn't look that great. I patted it out, but it was. Hi, Avila. I kept patting it out and it was creasing really badly. And it was fading throughout my face, so I have oily skin and my skin's getting really oily now that it's summer. So for me, I think for dry skin, without wrinkles, it will look really good on you. But for me, as an oily skin type person, so tomorrow I'm gonna try it again. But I'm gonna do like a primer, powder, you know, all that. So I'll see you tomorrow. Sorry, I haven't done my hair yet. But this is day 2 of testing the cushion, and this time, I used, well first I did my skincare regularly, then I used a kind of like a sun cushion, one of those cushions that's kind of just sunscreen but in cushion form. And apparently it has some oil controlling properties, so I'm trying it out. But I've got that instead of primer. I've got, what I do, and then I put just the cushion, but I used a sponge this time and I dipped in. I felt like, well, one, it was faster because this is a big sponge, so I mean, it wasn't that different. I still had to build it up a little bit because, yeah, the coverage is just like not as strong as I would like. But you know, that's all I use for my base in terms of coverage. And I used a smaller sponge for under my eyes. And then I set it with a very light layer of a powder foundation. This one right here. And I wasn't getting that much coverage from it for my dark circles, so I used the same powder foundation but in a lighter color to kind of highlight the under parts of my eyes, and then I set it with a layer of finishing powder, the HD powder from MAC. And yeah, I got some blush. I did put some bronzer on the outside of my face because it's quite pale. I used it on Auda came over yesterday, and our Nuna, she tried, even for her it was too light. So if I have to already say something that I'm disappointed with, is the coloring, because I'm usually what color was it? Linen? Is it color linen? I forgot. I'm usually that color in Clio foundations, but they're always so random, like between each foundation. So Clio, you need to fix that. And I could just go and get ginger, but it's disappointing to know that I couldn't test it because all the testers were dried out in the store. So there's something to be aware of. If I do it like with all the other stuff that I usually do, then it's just a regular foundation. I get pretty much the coverage that I need because I am using, you know, I feel like all the other products do help it look a little bit better in terms of coverage. I feel like with my routine, I could replace the foundation part with any foundation, to be honest, because I do have foundations that are better in coverage, but so far I'm kind of on the fence about this foundation. Like, I don't think I would grab it on a regular basis, is what I'm trying to say. I don't like it. It's about 3 o'clock right now in the afternoon, and it's just like breaking down and doing the shit that shitty foundations do on my skin. Now, I have oily skin. I think this foundation would definitely work for people with dry skin or normal skin. If you have oily skin, it would just break down the product. Forget about it even like long wearability. It's just that the oil, as soon as the oil hits the foundation, you're done for. You see that? If you have oily skin, I'm sure you're familiar with this site. And right here, it's creasing. And under my nose, where I tend to get really oily around this area in general. And like, you guys can see what's going on. I can see myself using this in the winter, but for summer foundation, definitely not. In terms of application, coverage, everything was just like, okay, alright, it's okay. But then at the end of the day, I'm just like, it looks like shit. It would have been nice if it was like amazing from the beginning, and then it slowly like turned into like what would be like a regular foundation where it kind of just fades off, I guess, or creases a little bit, but it started from like an okay and it just went downhill to terrible. So for me, I don't really like it. If I were you, I would look at other reviews maybe, especially if you have a different skin type from me, because I don't know, this for me as an oily skin person, I wouldn't like this. And you guys know I love dewy, oily. I love dewy and glowy foundations, but there are dewy glowy foundations that last better on my skin, even though my skin is oily. This is just not one of them. Now, before I end this video, I want to show you guys what it looks like after this last clip. I did touch it up after I kind of blended out the weird patchy shit, and I put powder on again. But this is what it looks like. What time is it? It's 10:09 in the evening. This is what it looks like up close. Really, Clio? Now, I'm not completely blaming the formula. Might also have to do with just the fact that I have oily skin, because the fact that this became viral in Korea does say a lot. So as an oily skin person, this is probably just not for me. So I'm thinking about another review here. I'll link it down below if you're interested. Again, I will go check out more reviews so you get it, but this is just what happened for me. So yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Annyeong. Thank you.